We set out to calculate both the domestic and the export values of the Miraa industry in Kenya. That effort was hampered by a lack of reliable statistics, silence from the government, and a general unwillingness from anyone involved to talk about it. Much of the stigma surrounding Miraa has to do with the belief in some circles that it is a narcotic. Indeed, it is illegal in countries as near as Tanzania and as far as the United States. But its proponents say that when used in moderation, it is perfectly healthy and even beneficial.
It's not an illegal crop. Neither is it. It's farming or trading illegal. It's a very legal and recognized crop in Kenya. Miraa is a horticultural crop listed under the special crops, which is exactly there. This is the agriculture declaration of special crops, horticultural crops order. And in this listing, for the knowledge of the public, that is Miraa listed under other. Right there is Miraa.
But as a fully legal and valuable cash crop in Kenya, Miraa is not afforded the same benefits as crops that grow in the very same shambas. Government officials from the Ministry of Agriculture would not speak to us on camera. Off camera, they told us that there are no official statistics on the production or sale of Miraa, though they acknowledged that it is a staple of the Kenyan economy and said that any effort to change the current hands-off policies regarding it would be too politically unpopular to attempt. We contacted the Horticultural Crops Development Authority, a government agency responsible for regulating the horticulture industry through licensing. Officials there acknowledged that they actually do keep data on Miraa, but they refused to share it with us. Instead, they referred us back to the Ministry of Agriculture, declining to talk to us about what they described as a sensitive issue. They even warned us not to do a story that would upset anyone. We did find one government agency that would talk to us, and that was the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, or KEPHIS. KEPHIS inspects 700 tons of horticultural products for export every day. One of those products is Miraa. They invited us to observe the detailed inspection that Miraa must pass through before it is exported.
By law, we have to inspect a product that goes out of the country if it's a live plant.
I pick them now for inspection. So when I come in, first of all, before I pick, I have to look at the general state of the godown, the warehouse, and the cold room to ensure that, these are edibles. So they have to be stored in a proper manner, hygienic manner. So I have to ensure that the store is hygienic. Yes, after that, then we pick a random sample. Check like this. Okay. Pick this one. So assuming that makes up to 10% of the declared quantity, now I move over to the inspection table. Once I open these cartons, containing the produce, now I have to, once we open all of them, then at random, I pick a number of bunches so that I can begin to examine them. So I pick maybe some 2 bunches here. I pick again some 2 bunches here. And then I pick some 2 more bunches over here. After I disentangle and I open up this commodity, now I'll move over. Now I start to shake. I have to shake the commodity over some surface to ensure, to check if there's any live insect. So anything that crawls out of this, I can even open this one, just cut it through, and then start to, first of all, just look at how the commodity is fresh, the plant is fresh, supposed to be fresh, you see, it's fresh Miraa, and then the leaves, and then later on, just to shake over this piece of paper to see if there's anything that will come out. Pick at random several other branches and shake over this. So Just check through and intermittently just check through if there's anything that could be crawling over the white surface, because these are just things that are going to be chewed directly. Yes, so that is basically what we go through. We just check repeatedly. If the commodity is okay, then now I move over to my folder. It has the name and address of the exporter, importer, the commodity, the quantity in boxes and kilos. So it's very specific.
In addition to showing us through the inspection process, KEPHIS officials provided us with export figures for the Miraa that flies out every day from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. We use those numbers to verify anecdotal estimates given to us by Joseph Manjuri from Sikijo International. His figures are based on the number of pickups leaving Maua each day bound for different markets. We shared those figures with a team of researchers at Oxford University in England that has extensively studied the global Miraa industry. Manjuri's figures suggest that Kenya produces roughly 30 tons of Miraa for domestic consumption each day, and roughly the same amount is exported every day. That makes 60 tons of Kenyan Miraa that is produced every day, which makes 420 tons a week, 1,600 tons a month, and 20,000 tons a year. At a market average price of 500 shillings per kilo, that means the Miraa industry cashes in at roughly 30 million shillings a day, 210 million a week, and more than 10 billion every year. It is important to note, however, that these are unscientific estimates and they may well be too high. Without reliable data from the government, the best we can do is to come up with a rough figure that we believe puts an approximate value on the Miraa trade in Kenya.